Let's talk about three-digit subtraction with regrouping. Let's first review the subtraction rhyme. More on top, no need to stop. More on the floor, go next door and get 10 more. Numbers are the same, 0 is your game. Let's also review place value. The ones place represents groups of 1, shown by the 3. The tens place, groups of 10, shown with the 8. And the hundreds place, groups of 100, shown with the number 4. Let's look at this example. 436 minus 218. Let's look at the ones place. 6 minus 8. Can we subtract 8 from 6? Uh-oh, there's more on the floor. That means we need to go next door and get 10 more. We need to go next door and get 10 more. We're in the ones place, so we need to go next door to the tens place. We have 3 groups of 10 in the tens place, but after we take one, there's 2 groups left. So let's change that 3 into a 2. We take our group of 10 and move it to the ones place. But now that it's in the ones place, it needs to be a group of ones. So one group of 10 is 10 individual ones. Let's add that to our 6 that we already have in the ones place. This makes 16. 16 ones in the ones place. Now let's see. 16 minus 8. Can we subtract 8 from 16? Yes, because there's more on the top. No need to stop. 16 minus 8 equals 8. Now let's look at the tens place. We no longer have 3 groups of 10 because we moved it to the ones place. So now our problem is 2 minus 1. Is there more on the top or more on the floor? 2 is greater than 1, so there's more on the top. No need to stop. We can subtract like normal this time. 2 minus 1 equals 1. Now look at the hundreds place. 4 minus 2. Is there more on the top or more on the floor? Well, 4 is greater than 2, so there's more on the top. No need to stop. 4 minus 2 equals 2. 436 minus 218 equals 218. Let's quickly look at another example. 314 minus 178. Start in the ones place. 4 minus 8. Uh-oh, there's more on the floor. Let's go next door and get 10 more. There's one group of 10 in the tens place. So we need to move that to the ones place. First, let's change the number. If we take one group of 10 from the tens place, we're left with 0. So change the 1 to a 0. Now let's move that group of 10 to the ones place. If that group of 10 is in the ones place, they're now ones, which means we add 10 ones to the 4 that's already there and get 14 ones. Now let's take 14 minus 8. 14 minus 8 equals 6. Let's move on to the tens place. 0 minus 7. Uh-oh, 7's greater than 0, which means there's more on the floor. Let's go next door and get 10 more. At first, this might look a little scary, but don't worry, the steps are exactly the same. There's 3 groups of 100 in the hundreds place. We're going to move that group of 100 to the tens place. But don't be confused, moving that group of 100s to the tens place is 10, because 10 groups of 10 is 100. That means we're left with 2 groups of 100 in the hundreds place, and we added 10 groups of 10 to the 0. So now we have 10 groups of 10 in the tens place. Now let's take 10 minus 7. 10 minus 7 equals 3. We're ready to move on to the hundreds place. 2 minus 1. 2 is greater than 1, so now there's more on the top. No need to stop. 2 minus 1 equals 1. So, 314 minus 178 equals 136. Great job. Now let's review. More on the top, no need to stop. More on the floor, go next door and get 10 more. Numbers are the same, 0 is your game. Great job.